finally, we've got some big news for Jai Opetaia, man. Good news as well. And that's because it's been announced by Zuffa Boxing that on September the 12th, on the undercard of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben, Jai Opetaia, the big Uso, he will be taking on Noel Mikaelian, the WBC Cruiserweight champion. Jai Opetaia finally getting his wish, man. You know, in the last couple of months, he's been facing some very tough challenges. You know, he's been going through a difficult time. He must have been feeling like Jai Opetaia, ever since he signed to Zuffa Boxing, as if he made the worst decision of his life because the IBF stripped him. You know, now he's having some type of legal battle with the IBF because Jai Opetaia and his team believe that he was unlawfully stripped of the title. You know, they didn't go about it the correct way. So that's in the courts. We're going to wait and see how that plays out. But it's good that Jai Opetaia is finally getting, you know, another opportunity, another bite of the cherry for the title. And also, listen, man, this is the WBC. This is the green and gold. You know, this is another title that Jai Opetaia has always wanted to fight for. You know what I mean? He wants this belt too because his end goal in the Cruiserweight division is to become undisputed. You know, and over the years, all these other champions in the division, you know, Badu Jack, Zoda Ramirez, in my opinion, they were ducking him. They were ducking Jai Opetaia for the longest. They just didn't want to fight him, made up all type of excuses, you know, money, or, you know, sometimes they'll say, oh, Jai Opetaia, you know, doesn't generate enough money. Jai Opetaia is not known. But then both guys get smoked anyway. You know, so I don't know, man. That just never made no sense to me. They could have had an opportunity to unify the titles by fighting Jai Opetaia, but, you know, they chose the easy way out, you know? They chose the sucker way out. That's just my personal opinion, man. And if you know me, yeah, if you watch this channel on a regular, you know that, listen, man, I'm a big Jai Opetaia fan. I'm a fan of the big Uso. You know, I like the way he just handles business, man. He's a no-nonsense type of character. He wants to fight everybody. He doesn't give a monkey's, yeah, who you are. As long as you got the belt, he's fighting you. And for me, that's like a throwback fighter to me. That's like the old school, man. Back in the day, man, where it wasn't about money. You know, where it was just about titles, man. You're the champion. You got the titles. Let's fight, man. Now all these fighters making up excuses to duck fights, you know, talking about, oh, yeah, no money. You know, they're talking about, oh, the profile of fighters. You need, you know, certain amount of followers on Instagram. Come on, that's bullshit, man. I understand I understand that boxing is a business, but at the end of the day, it's about them belts, man. You know what I mean? It's about them belts. And the reason why I like Jai Opetaia is because he wants that smoke with everybody. Never ducks, man. Zoda Ramirez, yeah, this news makes a mockery out of him and his team. You know what I mean? His dad came out, Jose Benavidez came out and said that, oh, Jai Opetaia was ducking David Benavidez. And in the meantime, they were negotiating with Noel Mikaelian, right? They were negotiating with the current WBC Cruiserweight champion to unify the titles. And now they've got egg on their face because negotiations broke down and Noel Mikaelian is now fighting Jai Opetaia. He's defending his WBC strap against Jai Opetaia. So the Benavidez camp looking real silly right now, man. You know, looking real silly. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that David Benavidez ducked Jai Opetaia, is ducking him, or does he want to fight him, whatever. Look, they got their own excuses, whatever they're making up, or whatever they believe, you know, good for them. But that's a fight that I want to see. I want to see David Benavidez versus Jai Opetaia because for me personally, yeah, no disrespect to Noel Mikaelian, yeah, I think Jai Opetaia and David Benavidez are the two best fighters in the Cruiserweight division right now. You know, they're the two top guys, like without a shadow of a doubt. And that's the fight that I want to see. And hopefully, Jai Opetaia gets through this fight against Noel Mikaelian, which I think he will. You know, like, just keeping it real. No disrespect to Mikaelian. You know, sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but I think it's Noel Mikaelian, yeah. No disrespect to the guy, yeah. He's a good fighter, solid fighter, but I'm looking at his record, and I know, listen, on paper, listen, you shouldn't judge fighters based on their records, whatever, yeah. But listen, man, Like, I just don't think he has the punching power to trouble Jai Opetaia, man. If you're gonna go toe to toe and bring all the smoke with Jai Opetaia, you need to your KO ratio needs to be, you know, in the 70s and 80s, man. You know what I mean? Noel Mikaelian, he's got 31 bouts, 28 wins, 3 losses, and 12 knockouts, man. You know what I mean? 12 KOs. You're looking at like 42 percentage KO ratio. I mean, that is not enough to get rid of a Jai Opetaia, man. I mean, he's gonna be an absolute nightmare in the ring for Noel Mikaelian. I'm just keeping it real. Listen, he's done well. And if you look at his resume, he's got some notable names in there. Badou Jack, obviously the guy that he dethroned for the WBC Cruiserweight title last year. You know, he's got Ilunga Makabu, my fellow Congolese countryman. He's got Yuri Kalenga, another fellow Congolese countryman living in France. So listen, he's got some decent names. And if you go further down, he's got Marius Bredes. You know what I mean? Marius Bredes, the same guy that Jai Opetaia defeated. So, you know, whenever he steps up, you know, at world level, because, come on, Marius Bredes is world level. Whenever he steps up, yeah, he loses. You know, Badou Jack, big name, but Badou Jack's about 45 years old. You know, let's keep it real, man. Like, he's not a spring chicken no more. So a good, solid fighter like a Mikaelian should be putting Badou Jack away. You know, and there's a reason why Badou Jack was dacking Jai Opetaia, because Jai Opetaia would have just put him in a coma, man. Let's keep it real. Like, that fight would have been over in 2 to 3 rounds. Jai Opetaia would have obliterated him. Too much power. But Mikaelian, I just don't think he has the power. Listen, he's a skilled boxer. He's a champion. We have to respect him. But I honestly, yeah, and I know it's early days. This ain't a prediction video. This is not a fight breakdown. This is just a breaking news video. But I think Jai Opetaia, you know, if Jai Opetaia has the ambitions to become undisputed, if Jai Opetaia wants his name to go down in history as one of the greatest fighters of all time, he has to beat Noel Mikaelian, man. Like, by hook or by crook, man. He has to be this caliber of champions. I'm just keeping it real. No disrespect, but I just think Jai Opetaia is going to have too much. And also, this is a hungry Jai Opetaia. This is a highly motivated Jai Opetaia. This is a Jai Opetaia that feels like he's being persecuted, man. This is a Jai Opetaia that feels like people are just against him. People are out to block him. People are disrespecting him. People are questioning his resume. People are questioning his skill set. You know, people like just abandon him after he signed for Zuffa Boxing. It's as if no one cares. He's the forgotten guy, you know, and he feels like the whole world is against him. So this is a Jai Opetaia that's gonna come into this fight with a point to prove. You know, he's gonna come into this fight with really bad intentions, man. You know, and I feel for Noel Mikaelian. You know, I feel for him because he's gonna be at the end of it. But shout out to him. You gotta respect Noel Mikaelian, because the other former champions never had the heart, the cojones to step up to the plate. Yeah, so you have to respect Noel Mikaelian for stepping up to the plate and actually accepting the challenge. When you're the champion, you get called out. Yeah, it's your responsibility to take on the challenge, to take on the newcomers, man. Defend your title, man. You know what I mean? Show that you are the champion, and we have to respect Noel Mikaelian because he's doing exactly that. You know, but it's just unfortunate for me personally. He's going up against, you know, a top 10 pound for pound fighter in Jai Opetaia. And I know Jai Opetaia is not in the pound for pound list with the ring. But for me, my estimate, yeah, Jai Opetaia is a top 10 pound for pound fighter. That's just me. I'm just keeping it real. You know, some people might say, oh, Enzo, you're glazing. Nah. Listen, I think Jai Opetaia, if he was British, we'll be looking at Jai Opetaia through a completely different lens. If Jai Opetaia was American, come on, man. Do you know how much you're going to big up Jai Opetaia, man? You know what I mean? He's going to be the best thing since sliced bread. This guy will be on billboards in Times Square and shit. You know? But because Jai Opetaia is from down under, boxing is not really the biggest sport, is it? Like, you know what I mean? They go rugby, they go other sports down there, you know, and the fighters are not really that much promoted. You know what I mean? They're not really pushed to the level of the fighters here in the UK, fighters in America, you know? Like, you're trying to tell me, yeah, Jai Opetaia, if he was British, he won't be one of the biggest superstars. Of course he will, man. Come on. We got fighters in the UK and America, yeah, that have big profiles. Yeah, everyone talks about them, yaps about them. They're promoted highly, etc., etc. Big following, but they ain't even got the skills to match with Jai Opetaia. They just don't. But because these are big boxing nations, the way they're promoted, the way they're perceived, the PR and everything like that is just completely different. You know, if you look at the way Jai Opetaia is promoted, he just hasn't had the opportunities to really showcase his skills at the world stage. And these fights, being in a big card, Ryan Garcia, big following. Conor Ben, big following. Jai Opetaia, I think the fight is in America, Madison Square Garden, right? That's a big platform for Jai Opetaia to really showcase his skills, who he is, to really announce himself. For me, he doesn't have to do it, but to some people, Jai Opetaia is unknown. He still needs to prove himself. He still needs to build his profile. So why a better opportunity? You know what I mean? This is the opportunity for Jai Opetaia to really go out there and shut the haters up. You know, because I believe in him. A lot of other people believe in him, but it's just that the rest of the world still need to catch up. But I really, truly believe that Jai Opetaia has the skill set, has everything to go all the way to the top. I think he can become undisputed in the Cruiserweight division. I think him and David Benavidez will eventually meet, because if Jai Opetaia wins the WBC title, the IBF title is still vacant. We don't know what's happening with that. Someone might fight for that, I don't know who, but then Jai Opetaia can fight them to unify the titles. And then David Benavidez will have nowhere to go. There will be nowhere to hide. He's going to have to face up to reality and fight the big Uso Jai Opetaia. You know, so things are beginning to finally move in the right direction for Jai Opetaia. That nightmare that he had when he moved to Zuffa Boxing is finally turning into a beautiful dream, whatever you want to call it. You know, so things are in the up. Things are looking better for Jai Opetaia, the big Uso. And this is just breaking news. I'll be back in the next few weeks, closer to the fight, you know, closer to the fight, to the event, whatever you want to call it. I'll come back with a fight breakdown, you know, fight analysis, whatever you want to call it. We'll do the whole shebang and I'll give my predictions. You know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Jai Opetaia versus Noel Mikaelian. How you seeing it? Early predictions. Let me know. Do you think Jai Opetaia deserves this title shot? Some people might say, no, he doesn't deserve it. What has he done to deserve it? Who was he for? You know, but listen, I think he deserves it. And also, Noel Mikaelian, champion, is a better step up, in it. Like in terms of caliber, skill, fighter, he's better than a Brandon Glanton. He's better than a Claudio Squio. He's better than a Sin Cara. Because that's what people accuse Jai Opetaia of, fighting bums, fighting cab drivers, whatever. So now he's fighting the champion, right? Would he get the credit that he deserves if he does beat Noel Mikaelian? Or are they going to call Noel Mikaelian another bus driver, another cab driver, another bum? I don't know, man. We'll find out on the day or the night of the fight, anyway, what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, my people. I would really appreciate it. It's your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Go ahead, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace out.